Kamala Harris's decision to continuously attack Trump because he showed up to the memorial event that was happening for the 13 soldiers that were killed in the botched Afghanistan withdrawal continues to blow up right in her face, and deservedly so. Because if I was her, I wouldn't say anything at all. But she has doubled and tripled down on these attacks on Trump. And now the families of these soldiers who unfortunately died, they've come out and exposed the fact that they have requested to meet with Kamala Harris multiple times. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they were supposed to be at that memorial service. This family has reached out to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden multiple times, and they have been ignored. But I want you all to understand, folks, the families are not making it about this. They've been forced to come out and reveal this information because after ignoring these families the entire time, Kamala Harris is trying to now use these families and the deaths of their loved ones, as an attack on Donald Trump, even though her and Biden are responsible for their deaths. But yes, she's been ignoring these families, refusing to meet with them. So why didn't she just ignore when Donald Trump went to the memorial service? Well, because her and the Democrats have TDS. So they figured, hey, we could weaponize this and use this to attack Trump. And never mind the fact that we've been ignoring this family and we did this family wrong. Never mind the fact we're responsible for the deaths of their loved ones. We're going to attack Trump blindly, and if it backfires in our face, so be it. Because their supporters don't care about stuff like this at all anyway. But I've let you hear from some of the family members and what they had to say. And I want you all to hear from a few more because they're upset. They had this memorial service. The president and the vice president didn't show up. A former president had to show up in their place. And now they're, like I said, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris mainly, they're using this as an attack on Trump. So they're really upset about this because they never acknowledged this family or these families at all until it was time to attack Trump. But let's listen to what a few of these people have to say, and then I'll be right back.
President Harris, my name is Jim McCollum. I am the Gold Star father of United States Marine Corps Lance Corporal Riley McCollum, killed in Afghanistan, August 26, 2021. Your recent remarks related to Trump's visit to Arlington are filled with nothing but lies and deceit. How do you sleep at night knowing it was you, this administration, you and Biden, you being the last one in the room, are responsible for the death of our 13 kids? You have failed for 3 years and 8 months to acknowledge our kids, to acknowledge me. You don't know me. You've never spoken to me. You've never reached out to me. You have failed in your duties as vice president. You have been nothing but disrespectful to me and the families of the 13. Yet you're claiming that you will always be respectful and show respect for our fallen. You've been absent for 3 years and 8 months. You've proven that you're not capable to do the job that you have, let alone the job that you seek. You know nothing about honor, courage, commitment, respect, but President Trump does. President Trump has been there for us. He's been a rock for us. He showed compassion for us, and he showed he truly cares for the families that truly do know what the ultimate sacrifice really is. You have the day you deserve.
Vice President Harris, my name is Christy Shamblin. My daughter-in-law, Sergeant Nicole Leanne G., was killed in the Afghanistan exit at Abbey Gate on August 26, 2021. This year, for the 3rd year anniversary of her murder, we welcome President Donald J. Trump to Arlington to lay a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier with our family and to visit Nicole graveside. President Trump and his team were respectful, They listened to our stories and didn't talk much at all. We welcomed them that day, and they were comfort to our family. Vice President Harris, I ask you, why won't you return a call and explain to us how you call my daughter-in-law's death a success? Vice President Harris, why will you not express your condolences yourself? Why have we never heard from you? And finally, why would you take a day where we celebrated the death of our loved one and use it to disparage not only them, but us? President Trump has called, President Trump shows up, and President Trump takes the time to hear our loved ones' stories. Why won't you do the same?
What these families had to deal with was already bad enough. The fact that Joe Biden was checking his watch disrespectfully, like he had places to be, as the bodies of these soldiers were unloaded off of those airplanes, and the families stood by crying, they didn't deserve that, but that's something that they will have to deal with. And then now, at the memorial service during the anniversary of their deaths, not only does Joe Biden not show up, Kamala Harris is personally invited, and she doesn't show up. And Kamala Harris, knowing that these families individually have reached out to her, wanting to meet with her and speak with her, she has the knowledge of that. She knows that. And even knowing that she's been dodging and ignoring these families, she still has the audacity to finally acknowledge that this situation even exists, to finally acknowledge that these people who have been reaching out to her, the first time that she acknowledges that they exist is by using their situation, by using the tragedy that they've gone through as an attack on Donald Trump. And when you look at it, it really just doesn't make sense. Why would the vice president attack someone for showing up, to support these grieving families when the vice president refused to do so herself? It just doesn't make sense at all when you really think about it. And you don't have to think about it that hard. It just, but it really shows you the type of people that we're dealing with here. These people are insane. There's really no other way to put it. They're ass backwards. What's good is bad and what's bad is good. Flooding the country with illegal immigrants is good. Taking away the freedom of speech is good. Having cities burnt to the ground and having crime overrun these cities, that's good. Doing weird things with kids, that's good. But hey, supporting the families of soldiers who were killed in Afghanistan, that's bad. They demonize stuff like that. You know what I mean? They demonize the good things while they try to make it appear as if the horrible things they are doing are virtuous. And you got to be careful when dealing with people like that. These people are stupid, yes. The things they believe are stupid, but they're very dangerous and they're willing to do whatever to get the job done. So always keep that in mind. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.